Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my second Vod Recap we're doing. This is the entire game with some different angles and stuff so you guys can follow along pretty easily. Again, this is a loss, this is not a win, so you guys can get some takeaways after the game. Let's get right into it. So it is context time. This game I'm playing with Gil333 GGG. You can see me clapping him in a lot of my clip montages. I've even played the Thunderbolts Cup with him, so he's going to be my teammate for this game. And we're dropping into Viking Village. So I got a pretty good drop. I landed right on a gun and some minis. So immediately off the bat, I go try and kill this bloody 2011 guy. So, as this being a very hot drop spot, I wanted to try and get some cheeky kills off the bat. I throw some C4 down, and then I also see this one guy, and I beat him with my AR, and then this one guy on top of the building, and I also try and shoot him and get some shots off him. And as he decides to run over here, and I take him out with my C4. This kid decides to start running over here, and I get a few shots on him. He goes around the back of that building. Around the corner we go, and boom! In the face with a tactical shotgun. He is now dead. As we come up on our next fight, this is the same guy that killed Gil, and so that means I'm going to try and push him and get the kill. And I do so with the tactical shotgun, even as he throws a clinger at me. So, now that's all out of the way. We made it down to the reboot van that's at the foot of the hill. So I start the reboot.
I got into this because I was a sufferer. I turned into my dad. You woke up early. No one cares. Guess what? The waiter doesn't need to know your name.
After I rebooted him, we decided to head up into Greasy Grove to see if we can find anybody, and then Gil got in a little fight. The next fight we take is in 50 shafts. We are fighting these two players up here. I took a snipe at him and I ended up missing him. The guy shockwaves out of the builds, and so then I peek out the hole, look down and through them, and then I decide to murder him with a tax spam. Now it is on to the second guy, who comes up around who just killed Gil. And so I go, he builds up, and I blow him up with attack spam for a 200 pop. So far, so good. Gil didn't get finished, so I don't have to reboot him again. So that means we can start looting up these guys' loot. And a big problem here actually is instead of keeping my normal AR, I decided to go for the purple burst, which you'll see later probably ends up making the game turn away from my favor. But anyway, this guy heard us fighting, so he came up over here. He's pretty low, so 2 bursts with the AR should do it. So sorry if my voice sounds a little different. I've had to switch to a third-party audio device because I can't watch the recording that we're playing right now and talk at the same time through my editor. So if I do sound a little different, don't worry. It's not because I did anything wrong. It's just because I switched editors. Anyway, we box up here. I'm going to have this entire thing playing. I hit a rift, which is definitely a big problem. This is one of the reasons I lost this game is I was not controlling my movement correctly, and I ended up hitting a rift. So now it puts us as a target to everyone, as you can see. Those people across the way are now shooting at us. So look for some sniper shots. You can see that arrow when I zoomed in. You could see them. And that Team Brown down there are in Tilted. They're the only ones down there. So I'm trying to bridge out without getting shot because I know those people probably can hit shots from that range. And so Kazi dips into there. I didn't get to take a shot at him. See those 2 arrows. That's Team Blue over there. They have the rocket launcher. I'm aiming at him. I shot, but it's just a little too low. Hits the foot. Okay, but then Team Brown comes up here. So Adam go loco. We decide to have a little fight here. I crank up. He's just doing normal 90s. I'm going for height, and his friend Kazi is also up here now. I get some shots here on Kazi, but since I have this burst assault rifle, like I said, this is a problem. I can't spam down build, so that's a problem. Adam Go Loco rushes me. I have him in my box, and another problem is I can't get out of here. I have to use my shotgun to get the wall and replace it. And Gil and Adam ended up not trading, but Kazi, I think, yeah, it was Kazi who ended up killing Gil right as Gil killed Adam Go Loco. So I'm trying to push, not letting him heal. And so now I'm spamming Kazi, and he gets me on the thing. Another problem, I can't spam him in this box because I do not have a normal AR. If I would have just kept my AR, I could have finished that fight right then and there, and then it'd be on to the last 2 players, which I know I could have beaten. So I'm popping some minis. I do not own any of these walls, so it's a problem here. He has all the walls. He edits that. I have to dip out of here, throw my chug jug down, and grab up some of the shockwave grenades that were sitting on the ground. And so now I have to go back to this box that we made for the rift. It is still in zone at the moment. We have 40 seconds until next zone starts moving. Three, 2, 1 zone is now moving, and so I'm out of zone this time. I'm trying to get a shot at the Team Blue Preston right there, but he sees my sniper scope, so you can see that sniper shot. I decided to take a rift back up into a spot where I was. I'm only at like 72 full health, so we need to build. I decided to go for a double box like this so I can get some good visuals on people. I get some looks. Joe Pistol shoots a rocket launcher at me, so I do end up backing up. And that is a problem for me because now I don't have any cover, so I just resort to this tree. I do have mats left, but I'm trying not to show any personal builds so they can find them and shoot another rocket at me, because at this point I can't risk another rocket launcher shot for the risk of dying. I'm pretty sure when I was staying down there, I could have taken height. I thought Kazi was still above me. See, you can see me looking up there. I'm building a roof over my head because I thought Kazi was still above me, but in reality, he was all the way over and tilted, trying to get some shots on Joe Pistol and Preston. And so I'm stuck in a bad position. I think I'm just barely in zone. We got 40 seconds until next zone. We're only halfway through zone, so it's only a 1 tick. Joe Pistol and Preston are taking shots at Kazi. And I couldn't get a clear aspect to shoot at a sniper shot, even though that would have been very nice. But for some reason, they're very, very aware. And so they're kind of floating here. They're out of render distance. But they're very, very aware, so they build that wall so I cannot get sniper shots on them. So I think at this point, they know where I am. And another problem here is when it's time to rotate, there's 10 seconds left. They're looking for shots on me and Kazi, and you can see in the mini map, the brown arrow is indeed Kazi, so he's going to be flowing up behind me. And so what I thought was true was that he's been above me this entire time, and I hear him, and so that affirmed my belief, and so I was glad I stayed down there, but in reality, I could have taken height. And they decided to build over there, Team Blue decides to build a launch pad, and the problem is I couldn't spam that out, nor could Kazi, because we both have the burst assault rifle. So Kazi gets into a build fight with Team Blue. So I'm gonna decide to squat walk just a little bit over there to make sure I'm out of their visual sound effects range for the footsteps. So I'm just crouching over there. It's 7th zone. Zones are starting to move a little faster because there's not a lot of people. I'm going down into here to the foot of Tilted that's still in zone. I am looking for heals, but then I realize I have campfires, so I build a double box around the campfires. And I stoke him, and there's only a minute left, so I have to make sure I heal up and get in zone, because I'm just barely out of zone here in the Tilted Towers south side. But they're still in a build fight above there. Kazi hit the rift, or hit a rift to go, I'm pretty sure. And so I edit this roof, and this is the last fight of the entire game. I move around, he's full box, and then we ended up trading. We ended up trading kills. No one shot him from above. As we watched the slow-mo, it was a clean side jump thingy, and he full boxed himself, and we ended up trading. I got 3rd place, Kazi got 2nd place, and Team Blue basically did nothing to pull off the victory. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe, click the bell, so you don't miss any new videos, comment all that random stuff, and make sure you know Jesus loves you. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.